Hey chickies! So, I just got done filming a video just a little while ago for a little something, hint. If you guys follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, then you guys probably already know what that is about. But I'm here and I'm filming another video because I was like, you know what? I might as well just film another video, like, while I'm at it. But I didn't really, for some reason my lighting rig is like set up weirdly today. I don't really know what's going on with it, but whatever. But I noticed on my last video, which was my train kiss video for New York Fashion Week, that a lot of you guys wanted me to do like an experience video. Like about like, you know, when I went into the city, what happened while I was there, and all that type of stuff. So I was like, alright, you know what? I might as well film one. I'm just chilling in my Ron John sweater with my hair half up and I have a fake choker on. So let's do it. But before I start the video, of course, if you guys enjoy it, give it a big thumbs up and stay subscribed to my channel and follow me on my social media, which is BeautyChickee and Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat if you're not already. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking now and tell you guys more about Fashion Week. So let's get started. Alright, so where do I start? I will start 2 weeks ago, which is when I went into the city for Fashion Week. So I went into the city on the 11th, which was Saturday 2 weeks ago, and I didn't do Fashion Week until the 12th, that's Sunday, but I did go in on Saturday. So everybody that doesn't know, the reason I was able to go to Fashion Week was because NYIB, which is the New York Institute of Beauty around here on Long Island, they're a beauty school and they hosted a little contest between my school and a couple other schools with cosmetology classes. And it's basically a contest for hair and makeup, like whoever could do the best hair and makeup and whoever get the most like likes on Instagram and stuff like that gets to go to Fashion Week. And yeah, so basically there were 2 ways you could enter, as I just explained. One of them was you could either submit your hair and makeup application on Instagram and whoever gets the most likes wins, and then the other one that was there was that you submitted directly to them with an essay and they kind of like picked the winner through that. So because I am a social media gal, because I do YouTube and stuff, I decided to do the social media route, which you guys ended up getting me over like 14,000 likes on the picture, which was absolutely insane. I'm gonna check how many likes it's at now, but that was like crazy. I didn't think I was gonna get 14,000 likes, but you guys are just so good, so you did that. So the picture has 14,814 likes and it is right here, and this is my best friend Emily. She let me do the makeup on her. So basically all they wanted was before and after pictures of a natural look and a smoky look. So basically I did the natural look on Emily first and then I layered over the smoky look, and yeah, so yeah, that was the picture. I had to do a natural look and a smoky look, and since I got 14,000 likes, no like other schools like around me, nobody else has like a bigger following like I do, so I won social media. There was also another winner for social media, which was hair. Okay, so basically there were 4 winners total. There was 2 for social media and 2 for the essays, because they chose 1 hair for social media, 1 makeup for social media, and then 1 hair for the essay and 1 makeup for the essay, if that makes sense. So for makeup social media, I won. For hair social media, my friend Tatiana won. For hair essay, it was my friend Karen that won, and then for essay makeup, it was my friend Devin that won. My lip just started bleeding. Honestly, like, why does this stuff happen to me like mid-filming? Like, only me. Let's just touch that up and kind of just move on with our lives. Alright, so I'm gonna try to avoid the fact that my lip is bleeding right now, but anyways. So yeah, there were also, those were like the girls from my school that won, but then there were also some other people like from a different school. This guy named Matthew won, and he was doing makeup, and he's actually a Chickee, so shout out to him. So yeah, I did makeup with him, which is pretty cool. And then there were some other girls that won from another school, but they didn't do Fashion Week with me. There were like 2 sessions, which I'll get to, but yeah. So yeah, that contest happened, and then like 2 days after they announced the winners, we had to go to a meeting at the NYIB, like the building and everything, and they basically just handed out these certificates to everybody that won. So I have like a little certificate that says like, congratulations Christina Harris for outstanding work, blah blah blah, like something like that. So yeah, they handed us our certificates, and then we got this sheet, which I think I might have, I don't know if I put it in the other video or not, but it was a sheet and it basically had everything that we need for Fashion Week on it. Like, it was like everything we need in our train case, and they also gave us like some tips and tricks, like don't bring like big bottles of foundation, bring it in palette form. form, bring a lot of things in palette form because it just kind of like condenses space and stuff. So that was a really good tip. And then also like some of the girls there that have done Fashion Week before were like telling me like where they bought their stuff and like some little like tips and tricks, like the wee wee pad thing. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about with the wee wee pad thing, then you gotta go watch the other video. But yeah, so it was like all like those like little itsy bitsy things, and yeah, it was really nice. It was just like a quick like hour meeting or whatever, and we also discussed, you know, like what the time was that we're doing it and what we're doing exactly and all that. So basically there were 2 time frames for that Sunday. We were doing Small Boutique Fashion Week, so there were 2 time frames. You could either do it at 8 a.m. or you could do it at 1 p.m. and we wanted to do the 8 a.m. one and then maybe continue working for the 1 p.m. one, but mainly we wanted the 8 a.m. one so we could get like as many models as possible, because around 1 p.m. like they already have their makeup done. It's only like mainly touch-ups. And then also on the sheet it like tells you like what the makeup is and everything, but then when you also get there they tell you what they want. But basically on the sheet it said classic Fashion Week hair and makeup, so I assumed it was very natural, like Fashion Week. Thinking about it, I was just thinking like, you know, it's probably just like very dewy skin with like what's it called, with like lashes and maybe like a nice lip or something like that. So I was like, okay, got this down and everything. So then once I got home from that, I started talking to some companies, which you guys know that I am working with Ricky's now. I was talking to Friends Beauty, I was talking to Royal Nickel, and they were super kind enough to provide me with a crap ton of things for Fashion Week. Ricky's provided me with basically like all of my palettes, like my Morphe palettes. They provided me with all those, and I'm so thankful for that because they literally saved me like my life. Like they saved me so much money. Like I'm a struggling college student that's not actually in college yet, but like the amount of money I've been saving towards college is ridiculous, and I'm trying not to touch the money to spend it on makeup. So I mean, it's kind of like a situation right now, but they provided me with a lot of my stuff, so I was very thankful for that. So yeah. And then also Friends Beauty provided me with a lot of like my disposables and stuff, like my lip applicators, my eyelash thingamabobs, my mascara ones, my mixing plate, like my spatula and palette, which that was the most helpful thing while I was there. That was the one thing that I used like the most. And they provided me with a bunch of other things, and then Royal Nickel also provided me with basically all my brushes. I got some Morphe ones from Ricky's, but Royal Nickel provided me with a crap ton of like really nice professional brushes, and so that was really sweet of them. So shout out to, you know, Friends Beauty, Ricky's NYC, and Royal Brush for sending me all those things. I am super grateful that they were able to send them to me and, you know, able to help me out for Fashion Week. It was literally the best thing ever. My train case for Fashion Week I already had ahead of time. If you guys watched my Christmas haul, I think I put it in there. I got a new train case for Christmas that I asked for, so you know, it was pretty convenient that I got the train case in December, and then January I got like, you know, I got selected for Fashion Week. So that was pretty convenient. But I finally got all my stuff together. I went to Walmart to get like the little things, like, you know, like the paper towels and all that, you know, boring stuff. And then I just put my kit together. I organized it into like, you know, little different categories. I kind of showed you guys how I organized it too in my train case video. So if you guys want like more in depth of like what was in my train case for Fashion Week, then definitely go and watch the video. I'm linking it below. Go and watch that video. Yeah. In that video, I literally show you everything that was in my train case, from, you know, paper towels to wee wee pads to actual makeup to disposables. So definitely watch it. But yeah, I got my kit ready, and then I also packed my overnight bag, which my overnight bag, oh, this is one thing to mention. We had like a uniform we had to wear. So basically they told us to wear all black, and then they gave us a shirt to wear. So the shirt that we had to wear was this shirt, and it said NYIB on it, makeup crew or something like that, like NYIB makeup crew. And it was just a V-neck black short sleeve shirt, and then they told us that we had to wear all black. So I ended up wearing my black bomber jacket, my all black Roshi runs, and then my black high-waisted jeans with the slits at the knee. And yeah, but anyways, we're like hopping back and forth in this video. I apologize. So yeah, Friday night was like basically like my preparation night, you know, like I got like all my stuff together, you know, like my makeup, my train case, my overnight bag, and all that stuff. And I had like 4 bags total, which was like really a hassle, but whatever. But yeah, I got all the stuff together. Saturday, I woke up and I did my makeup. I just did my makeup pretty natural, if that matters. Hey chickies. So actually, I'm vlogging for once, a rare occasion. but it is a very special occasion. So you guys know, if you've been following me on my other social media besides YouTube, so like Twitter and Instagram, that this weekend I will be at New York Fashion Week in New York City, and I'm super excited. And I actually just got done filming a what's in my train case video, and I brought everything downstairs that I need to go, and yeah, I'm ready and I'm excited. So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a little OTD and how I did my makeup and stuff. And yeah, by the way guys, it is Saturday. I didn't mention that, but yes, it's currently Saturday and I'm doing the makeup for Fashion Week tomorrow, but today is just a chill day. We're gonna go check into my hotel room and then do whatever for the day. I'm going with three other girls from my Cosmo class and my 2 teachers, which are awesome. So yeah, we'll see what we do today. Don't really know what's in store, but yeah. Alright guys, so this is my little OOTD. So today for my hair, I just curled it and it's in like these loose curls. For my makeup, I just did pretty natural makeup. My lip gloss faded off, but whatever. But I just did a baby wing on my eyes with some lashes, and yeah. And then I have my classic earrings in. I forget where I got these earrings. I don't even know, but they're just little studs. They're really pretty. And then my necklace I got from Windsor. It is a choker. It's just a simple little statement piece. And then this is the rest of my outfit. I'm wearing denim on denim today. Denim on denim, you know, breaking fashion rules. So my denim jacket is from Forever 21, and then underneath I have this just plain t-shirt, and this t-shirt is from, I want to say, Express. And then my pants, these are my high-waisted pants. I love these so much, and these are from Windsor. And then I am wearing my Chuck Taylor Converse. These are my high top ones, and as you guys can see, I tied the laces around the ankle and just kind of folded down the what's it called, tongue a little bit. So yeah, that is all for my outfit and my makeup. And yeah, so I'm gonna leave for the train station probably in about a minute now, but yeah. And I got my outfit ready and I left for the train, and I was getting on a 3:40 p.m. train, I believe. And the train just went directly into Penn Station, and I was going on the train with the 4 other girls, and then also my 2 cosmetology teachers, which are awesome. Ms. Michaels, Miss A, I will never forget them. I absolutely love those ladies. My favorite teachers in the entire world. All right, hey Chickee, so we made it. We're on the train. This is Miss A, one of my Cosmo teachers. Miss Michaels is over there, and then Devin and Tati right there. And look at her bags, guys. We have so many bags. But yeah, we're on our way there, and then we'll go to our hotel and drop all this stuff, and yeah, then see what happens after that. Right now, I'm eating a chicken sandwich and sipping on some tea, as I normally do. And yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later. We got on the train for Fashion Week. We went into the city, and the hotel we were staying at on Saturday, we were staying at a Marriott, I think it was a Marriott, but it was like literally right up the road from Penn Station, which was awesome. So we didn't have to lug around our stuff like too far from the train to the hotel, so that was really convenient. But anyways, we just went to the hotel, we got our rooms, we dropped all our stuff down, and kind of just relaxed and everything. And then we actually had to go back to the train station, me and Tatiana and Devin, because Karen missed the train. So we went back to Penn Station and we got Karen and brought her back to the hotel, and yeah. Hey guys, so we finally got to our hotel. It was literally the biggest struggle trying to walk here because we had all our bags. I had to walk up like a bunch of steps to get onto 8th Avenue, and it was really annoying, but we're here and we made it. So now we're just like checking our kits and stuff to make sure they're good for tomorrow, and then we're gonna go get Karen because she's also doing hair, and so she missed the last train. So we're gonna pick her up now and then go to Ricky's probably. So yeah. That's about that, and I'll update you guys whenever I do. And so after we brought Karen back to the hotel, we put our stuff down, we just kind of relaxed for a little bit, but then we were all hungry and we all wanted to go to Ricky's. You guys know how much I'm obsessed with Ricky's, and you know, they provided a lot for me for Fashion Week, and I just love going there, and the nearest one to us was on Broadway, so we're like, you know what? Let's go. I'm the only one that was very city savvy out of the group, so a lot of the time I was just like directing everybody, like, oh, like, you know, like make this turn and go on this place and do this and do that. that, so it was pretty funny, but it was fine. But yeah, so we got our stuff together, like just our, you know, regular purses and wallets and stuff, and we left and we went to Ricky's, and while I was in Ricky's, I just literally loaded up on lashes. I bought so many eyelashes. But yeah, so when we went to Ricky's, I just got some lashes, and my teachers bought some things, and my friends bought some things, and yeah, that was cool. After that, we all wanted to go eat, so my teachers decided they were gonna split up from us, so they went to go eat and like get pizza or wherever the hell they went. I don't even know where they went. And then me, Devin, Karen, and Tatiana decided that we wanted to go to Shake Shack. You see, now that was a bad choice because Shake Shack on a Saturday night is always a bad choice. So the nearest Shake Shack to where we were was like right on the outskirt of Times Square, so we decided to walk through Times Square in order to get there. Hey guys, so we got Karen and we went to Ricky's, and I just got a bunch of eyelashes. We'll do a little haul when we get back to the hotel room. But right now we're in Times Square actually, and we're going to Shake Shack because we're all really hungry, but we don't want to spend a lot of money because we're cheap. So we're going to Shake Shack to get some food. Yeah, but we have to be back at our hotel by 11 because of course we're their teachers, so we got a curfew. But you know what, understandable because we have to wake up like really early anyways tomorrow to get ready for Fashion Week, but whatever. Yeah, so BeautyChickee in the making. But yeah, so I'll talk to you guys probably when we're at Shake Shack or when we get back or something. We'll see. But we ended up turning the corner to go to Shake Shack. Shake Shack line was out the door as usual. However, City Kitchen is like right across from Shake Shack, and there's this really good ramen noodle place in there if you guys need something like quick to eat and cheap. This ramen noodle place is so good. So I was like, hey, why don't we get noodles instead? They were like, heck yeah, let's do it. So we went into City Kitchen. It's in the very back, the ramen noodle place, and it's really good, and we ended up getting ramen noodles and all just sitting down together and eating our noodles, and we talked about so much. We got like really deep that night. We did have time to kill after we got our noodles and everything. We ate, and then we just kind of walked around. We didn't really know what to do. So anyways, we had some time to kill before we had to go back to the hotel, so we ended up going in Macy's, you know, like the gigantic Macy's that is in Manhattan. We ended up going in there and just kind of like walking around and looking at makeup and dresses and stuff, and then we really had nothing else to do. So we actually, we did go into Penn Station. I got some tea, and I think we also got Krispy Kreme. No, I think I just went in there to get some tea, and like Devin wanted to get like a water or something. I don't know. Tucker is coming down here. He wants to join. Come here, baby. All right, guys. So my dog is gonna join us just because he wants attention today. I don't know what's up with him, but he's like craving attention today. Your ball's stuck in my straps. But anyways, I'm going to continue. Can I help you? So yeah, we ended up going back to our hotel room and just kind of unwinding, and we all took showers, took our makeup off and all that stuff, and then just kind of went to bed because we had a big day the next day, and you know, there wasn't much to do, so we just went to bed. Hey chickies, so we are back in our hotel room, and yeah, so basically I forgot to vlog, but I told you guys that we were going to Shake Shack. The Shake Shack had like a really long line, so we went to City Kitchen instead and got some ramen, and then we just walked around and everything. I think I told you guys earlier that we also went to Ricky's, which I just got a bunch of lashes, and I also got some tea at Dunkin' Donuts. But yeah, so that's that. And now we're back at the hotel, and we're just relaxing and gonna make sure our kits are ready for tomorrow, and probably do some face masks. And yeah, but I think I'm just gonna end the vlog for the night I'm gonna end the vlog for the night now is what I meant to say. And yeah, so I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. So ciao chickies. So the next day, which was Sunday, we ended up waking up around like, when I wake around, like, I don't know, like I want to say like 6, and we all just got ready. We did our hair, we did our makeup, got dressed, and as I told you guys, I had like that outfit I had to wear, you know, the all black with the shirt, so I put that on, and all the other girls did too. And then we ended up going to the lobby because this particular hotel had complimentary breakfast. Could I help you? So we went down and met our teachers in the lobby and everything, and we went to go eat, and yeah, I had some eggs and it was great. All right, my dog wants to get down now. I will let you down, young one. And of course, that day it was raining, so after we ate, we left the hotel with all of our stuff because we also had to check out of the hotel. So we literally brought all of our stuff to the studio to do the makeup. So we literally like check out of our hotel, and it's raining, and we walked to the studio because the studio really wasn't that far from our hotel, so we ended up walking, but just because it was like freezing outside, outside, and it was cold, and it was rainy, and it was just like a mess. It made like the walk like 1,000 times worse. But anyways, we walked to the studio, we get inside, elevator up, and we meet everybody else there, and yeah. Hey guys, so we went to bed really quick last night, and we woke up, and now we're at the studio. I'm not even focused on the camera right now. There we go. Now we're at the studio, and we're waiting to hear about the makeup and stuff. But yeah, so here's what it looks like. Yeah. Really nice place. Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna set up in a little bit. I'm sitting on my kid as my chair, but they're gonna get us a table. So basically the head people like that were like coordinating it for NYIB, they brought in like all these tables, and we had like a little space on each table to do our makeup. So I opened up my train case and I set everything out on my table, and I actually have some pictures of me at work, and you guys could kind of see how my table was set up. So I will, you know, put those like over here or something, I don't know. They brought out the tables and we set our makeup up, and at my station it was me, Devin, this kid Matthew, and then one other of the makeup artists there, another makeup artist, but she wasn't like with my class, she was like just a part of NYIB in general. But that's who was at our table. And then once we were all set up, the like leader people or whatever were like okay, and they called over hair and placed down like these little like what's it called, like these pictures of like what the what the designers wanted for the hair. So everybody that was doing hair was like gathered around like these pictures and, you know, looking at it for inspiration. They kind of just explained what they wanted for hair, and then they did the same exact thing for makeup. So they said, you know, makeup artists come here. All of us got into a little huddle, and they put out all these things on the floor of like different looks, and it was basically like a general like idea and stuff they gave us of like what they wanted. So basically what they wanted for this particular fashion show and what all the models were gonna have was just very like, you know, nice skin, you know, foundation and everything, but everything had to be matte. No shininess, no highlight, none of that. So completely matte skin with no highlight, you know, a little bit of contour, eyebrows filled in, but the eyes they wanted literally like bare minimum, like maybe just like a little bit of like a soft brown color in the crease, and then a super thin liner, no wing or anything. And then they wanted lashes. On the cheeks, very light blush, and then the lips they wanted to be like the pop. They wanted like, you know, like a purpley or like a cranberry lip, somewhere in like that color family, or even like more of like a reddish, and like anywhere where it's like in like just a pop of color on the lips, like a red, pink, purpley type of color. One of the models that I did, I'm gonna put a picture right here so you guys could see, you know, kind of what I'm saying. So yeah, it was just extremely natural. It was like basically like nothing. And they told us they wanted us to only spend about like 20 to 25 minutes on each model, like max. They were like, all right, like 20 to 25 minutes on each model maximum, and then once you were done doing their makeup, you had to like raise your hand and the person comes over to check it. So basically we go back to our stations and they say, makeup artist, raise your hand if you're ready. You raise your hand and everything, and I raised my hand because I was ready to go, and they send one of the models over to you. So they sent over, you know, models one by one. So I had the first girl come and sit in my chair, and you know, I did her makeup with the sponges and the palettes and everything. Everything there is about sanitation, so whenever you're using a foundation, you have to scrape it out with, you know, the spatula knife, put it onto your palette, and then pick it up from the palette and apply it. Like, you can't take it from the actual pan that it is in. So basically, yeah, so I did, you know, foundation, concealer, set it all with powder, like I said, 100% matte. I did a little bit of light contour, filled in brows, light eyes with lashes, and then bold lips. And so everything was great, except I did her lips too bright, because it turns out that the one model I was doing actually was walking in a fitness thing, and the lips needed to be light, not bright. So I was like, oh, okay, but it wasn't a big deal, you know, constructive criticism, just change it and it should be on her way. So I basically just removed her lips, applied a lighter color that was more natural, and then she was good. You know, while you're there, you're a little bit intimidated, because, you know, when the person comes over to like check your makeup to make sure like everything is like intact, it could be a little intimidating. And, you know, she'll tell you sometimes like, oh, you gotta change this, you gotta change that, you gotta fix this, you gotta fix that. But it's mainly just like constructive criticism, and you gotta remember, like, you know, I'm just saying you guys, like, as if like, you know, you guys ever, you know, end up doing this. But you know, in my perspective, it was good, because, you know, constructive criticism, something I gotta work on, something I gotta fix. And, you know, these are models that are walking for New York Fashion Week, whether it's a big show or a small show, so, you know, you want to make sure that they're their makeup is A1. So yeah, she'd come over, check, send her away, and then I would have to clean all my tools, spray everything down with the 99% alcohol, wipe down my brushes, everything like that, and then they send the next model over. So yeah, so I did all my models, and then when I was done doing all the models, the head leader person, or whatever her name is, she actually came over to me and asked me if I could go and do touch-ups with her. So she wanted me to bring my lip palette, some lip brushes, and then just a powder brush with some powder. So all I was doing is when the models were all lined up about to go on stage, I would just look at each one of them and see which one of them had like a fading lip color or which one of them looked a little bit shiny, and just kind of just walk up to them and just fix whatever's wrong and anything, you know, just powder them up, fix their lips and everything like that. So actually all the girls from my class went and watched the first part of the show while I stood behind and did touch-ups because this woman wanted me to, which is totally fine, and I enjoyed doing the touch-up. But I was like, oh dang, like I missed the first part of the show, and I was kind of like bummed, but I was like, whatever. But once I was done doing touch-ups, it was time to leave and everything, you know, it was like a long time and everything. So we all packed up our stuff and we went downstairs, and we actually got to watch the second part of the show, which I put a couple of clips in my Snapchat story. So it was really cool getting to like experience and like see the models like walk and everything, and I got to see a lot of girls walk that I actually did the makeup for, and they slayed. So then after that, basically I left Fashion Week or whatever with, you know, my other classmates and my teachers, and there was a little diner up the road, so we ended up going to the diner to eat, and we all just talked or whatever. It was a great time, and then we went and headed to Penn Station, got on the train, and went home. So yeah, and that was about it. That was my experience for Fashion Week. It was honestly such an incredible experience, and if I could do it all over again, I definitely would. But yeah, that is it for this video though, and for this little like story time, and yeah. So before we hop into the end card, I don't know if you guys realized from my other video, but I kind of changed up my end card, and I want to say quickly before we hop into the actual end card that I changed up the end card just because I noticed that a lot of you guys are telling me, and you know, on YouTube when you put annotations with links on it on top of your videos, it's only clickable on a desktop or a laptop, and it's not clickable on mobile phones. But YouTube came out with a cool feature to allow people to click on links from their mobile phones, and it's called end cards, and you can like edit them and stuff on directly like on YouTube. So I decided I want to change my end card in order to like fit the end card for YouTube, so you guys would be able to click on my socials and my channel and, you know, my what's it called, my merchandise shop from your mobile phones too, because I know a lot of you guys watch me on mobile. So that was what the switch up was from my last video, and it was still like a little bit messed up and things were like kind of off, but we're gonna try it again. So here we go. Cue the end card. If you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a big thumbs up, stay subscribed to my channel, and follow me on my social media if you're not already. My name is BeautyChickee on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. If you're not already following me, go and do so. If you guys want to check out my merchandise, it'll be linked below and on the screen. And if you guys want to check out my latest video, it'll be linked on the screen as well as in the down bar below. But with that being said, I'm going to go chickies. I hope you all enjoy, and I will speak to you in my next video. So that being said, ciao ciao chickies.